Rumored specs of the follow-up to the Google Nexus 7 emerge. The Samsung Galaxy S4 zoom seems closer than you think. And imagine an 8-megapixel front-facing camera. I'm Jaime Rivera, and the only thing I hate about weekends is the fact that they're shorter than weekdays. And this is Pocketnow Daily. Let's start the day off with the odd but cool news of the day. We've got this company called IMobile, and I know you've never heard of them. And this company has just launched two phones, and I know you'll never see them or buy them. But the interesting point about these phones that are most likely going to be launched in China is that you get an 18-megapixel main camera and an 8-megapixel front-facing camera. So it does prove to the point that this technology is coming soon to smartphones. Most probably we'll be seeing the good companies that we know about having this technology next year, so stay tuned. And let's continue on with Nokia. The company has silently announced their Nokia Lumia 928 after so many comparison ads out there showing just how great this camera is. The phone is going to retail for $100 after a 2-year contract, and you'll also be getting $25 as a coupon for the Windows Phone store for you to buy something. It's honestly a very good deal. It's a good phone on Verizon, and yeah, it's got the Xenon flash, the great camera, so just stay tuned. It's going to be launching on May 16th. You can obviously most likely pre-order at some point. We still don't have a specific date. And speaking of a groundbreaking camera, you know that Samsung Galaxy S4 zoom, you know, the version of the Galaxy S4 that's also a good camera, which apparently will be just the new follow-up to the Galaxy camera? Well, the device is already getting Bluetooth certified, and according to the documents, apparently the device will be launched, or announced this month, for it to be launched in July, so we could be getting this interesting new camera out there. But it's interesting because the Galaxy camera is not even a year old yet. Let's see how that goes. Now let's talk about Google for a minute, and please tell me, any of you have ever used the NFC portion of your phone to make a payment? Anybody? Oh, nobody actually has, or very few people. And well, Google was planning to launch their own credit card at some point, or at least it was mentioned at Google I/O last year. That never happened. But apparently the company is ditching the whole plans of the credit card, and now they're going to bring enhanced services for payments over NFC that are going to be announced at Google I/O. But then again, the biggest question is, who's going to care if nobody actually uses the service yet? We'll see. And finally, for the hot news of the day, we've now got some leaked specifications of the follow-up to the Google Nexus 7, which we still don't know if it'll be called the Nexus 7. Hopefully that'll be the case, but apparently it'll be made by ASUS again. It'll have an interesting resolution at 1920 by 1200, which is better than 1080p. I just can't imagine the form factor for that resolution. But aside from that, we're also getting a 5-megapixel back camera that wasn't available before, and it'll have wireless charging, which also wasn't available before, but even better. Apparently this will be the first device out there to rock the Snapdragon 800 processor, or at least the first tablet. And just think about it, the Tegra 3 was really the only bad part of the original Nexus 7, aside from the display. But that leads me to the question of the day. What would be your wish list? What features would you like for the next Google Nexus 7 to include? In my particular case, I'll be very honest with you, I love the tablet. I have it there and I love it, but I hate the display. So as long as they give me a great display, meaning good color reproduction on this thing, I don't care what else they bring. But yeah, the Snapdragon 800 would also be a good given, but the Snapdragon 600 would also be good. So leave us a comment down below. What do you want on the next Nexus 7? And of course, for an earlier scoop of everything that's happening in the smartphone and tablet world, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. Next week is going to be hot. We've got the Nokia event. We're going to be there live. And we've also got Google I/O. It's going to be really cool. We're going to have a lot of Pocketnow Live special editions to cover each of these events. So stay tuned for our coverage.